The students today are working on their creations. They are working on stained glass windows that represent a hurdle or a conflict that they either anticipate having, or they're working on some type of symbolic representation for a current conflict that they have that they want to overcome.
I made a rainbow because sometimes I don't look at the positive sides of things.
My project is a picture of a desk because I feel like I sometimes have problems with focusing on something.
I drew part of a house, and then on the other half of it, I drew like a city, and it like resembles change. We're going to go up into middle school pretty soon, and like the change might sometimes be hard, but it can also be good.
You see that buy-in and that curiosity, and then moving on to thinking about that conflict and applying it to themselves is very meaningful. And getting to do art and work with glass, who wouldn't want to? It's awesome. So the kids really do enjoy it.
I knew it was going to be pretty fun. I'm probably going to put it in my room somewhere. It's really cool and it's fun.
Moving forward, I want them to be able to look at this art piece that they created and think about the conflict perhaps that they are going through still, or they can look back and reflect and be like, man, I can't believe I was going through that. But having this visual representation to go back and think, I can overcome this conflict and everything's gonna be okay.
Good morning, Kenrose Cardinals! Woo! Thank you guys, boys and girls, and parents. We are so excited you are here today. I am going to read a book to you that I think perfectly describes our school. So I need everyone to listen with their listening ears. We're not going to be able to look at the pictures, but I know that many of our teachers have this book, so we can pass it around today so that all the classes can see it. So this is called All Are Welcome. Pencils sharpened in their case. Bells are ringing, let's make haste. School's beginning, dreams to chase. All are welcome here. No matter how you start your day, what you wear, when you play, or if you come from far away, all are welcome here. In our classroom, safe and sound, fears are lost and hope is found. Raise your hand, we'll go around. All are welcome here. Gather now, let's all take part. We'll play music, we'll make art. We'll share stories from the heart. All are welcome here. Time for lunch, what a spread, a dozen different kinds of bread. Pass it around till everyone's fed. All are welcome here. Open doors, rush outside. We will swing, we will slide. We'll have fun side by side. All are welcome here. We're part of a community. Our strength is our diversity. A shelter from adversity. All are welcome here. We will learn from each other. Special talents we'll uncover. There's a big world to discover. All are welcome here. So much to learn, so much to do, and when the busy day is through, can't wait to come back, start anew. All are welcome here. Head from home to get some rest and greet tomorrow ready and fresh. Our time together is the best. All are welcome here. You have a place here. You have a space here. You are welcome here. I am so excited to get started as we celebrate our friends, boys and girls. Whether you are from here in Tennessee or around the world, I know that you will make a big difference and make great things happen in your life. So excited, Miss Peterson, it's up to you. All right, let's get this party started. All right, Cardinals, it is time for us to salute all of our flags. Albania, Brazil, Cameroon, Canada, China, Colombia, Czech Republic, Ecuador, England, Eritrea, Ethiopia, France, Germany, Greece, Guatemala, Haiti, India, Japan, Jordan, Kenya, Kuwait, Lebanon, Luxembourg, Mexico, Netherlands, Panama, Peru, Philippines, Poland, Romania, Scotland, South Africa, South Korea, Spain, Thailand, United States of America, Turkey, Uzbekistan, Venezuela, Vietnam, everyone, educating, empowering, inspiring, we are proud! Big round of applause for all of our flag participants! Penrose Cardinals, thank you so much.
Today is the first ever Westwood Awards Day for our staff, and so we honored our staff today for the extraordinary year that they've had.
They have made in-person learning not only possible, but also an extraordinary experience for our students and our families.
Everyone got a trophy, and then we even gave out specific special awards to our staff members for their excellent service. I was so excited. This is something I've always wanted to do since I became a principal, so it was kind of like a little girl dream I was getting to fulfill. So I was really excited that they were just as excited as I was. They were standing up, they were cheering, they were laughing. It was a fun day. It felt like Westwood. And we always say that Westwood's our happy place, and each and every day it starts to feel more normal, this new normal, in a really good way. It's not, we try to focus on what's been good about COVID-19. What have we changed in our building that's been great? And there's a lot of things that's happened because of this year that's made it a great year. It has been my absolute best year as a principal, and I like to think that for our staff, it was an even great year just for them. But they can look back on this year and be proud to know they thrived, and it was fun, and when they came to work, it was still their happy place. And so today, that's what we celebrated, their hard work, because it was because of them that all of that was possible for them and our kids. Our kids had a great year. We didn't lose a year. We had a great year.
We just got finished with an energy unit, and we are also learning about the engineering design process. And so we created devices to successfully, hopefully, carry an egg from the top of the roof to the ground.
Mr. John would go up to the roof and he would drop the eggs and to see if they would break or not. We put 12 straws all around it in all different ways so it wouldn't like hit the egg in any way.
It was fun, and when it got to ours, it was scary because it was kind of like a little street going for, it was like no crack, no crack, no crack. And I was like, please don't crack.
This was my best year ever. I try to do this every year, and we had 1 egg crack out of the 14 groups today. So it was a good day.
So we added pipe cleaners and cotton balls, and we added paper to the coffee filters. We taped cotton balls together, and we wrapped it around the egg, and then cut up coffee filters for the other side in case the egg flipped over. Well, it worked, first of all, yeah.
The more that they can do, the more hands-on it is, the more that they're learning about the topic. They had a lot of fun. They were excited for each other, and they were excited to see if they were successful, and they have been just talking about it nonstop.
It was so fun.
Today, the seniors at Renaissance are presenting our capstone project. This is the wrap-up project for all of our audio, arts, and apps academy students.
This has been a huge thing that we've all been building up for the entirety of the senior year. And I'm really happy that we're able to show off everything that we've built up over this time.
Students are getting to share the entirety of their work with our school student body, as well as the other teachers and other people who have been invited to come and check out just everything that they've been up to.
Being able to show my game up on the big stage, showing everyone and having that reaction at the end, it was so satisfying. It felt like everything I've worked on all 4 of these years is finally having a lot more meaning than it did before.
There's a lot of students whose work I'd never seen before or saw very little of. So today has been really eye-opening to see kind of who can do what.
They just have a lot of opportunity to kind of showcase exactly what they have been working towards for the last 4 years.
That was amazing.
We love seeing them grow. We love seeing them evolve through this. It's amazing to see what they have accomplished over their time here with us. It seems like a very short amount of time, but considering just the amount of passion that has gone into these projects, we're always just thrilled to see where they go from here.
Today, we individually, like in groups, we write bills and we're presenting them to the class, and we're doing like a pass or fail. It's like a mock congress.
My school memory, I don't have a specific one, but I have one in general. It's going outside and for lunch activity period and playing with my friends and stuff like that.
When we got a Frisbee stuck on the roof, and Dr. Keller had to climb up on the roof and get it, and he threw it down, and it was super funny.
Either the day that there was kind of like storms and stuff, and they announced over the intercom that we were all going to get to go home early, and we were all so excited. Everyone just jumped out of their seats and started laughing and cheering, and even the teachers did too.
I do both sports and the arts, so I loved like doing both, and it was a really fun thing to do, but probably Pandemonium when we were all sitting outside eating Chick-fil-A together. That was really fun.
My favorite memory is probably making the varsity baseball team, because I worked really hard at it and I got what I wanted out of it.
Either High School Musical cast party premiere, that was really fun. We all got to dress up and come after school and watch what we made. Or Pandemonium, Bathroom Broadway, everyone in the bathroom, and someone started singing Hamilton, and then everyone started pitching in, and it was really fun.
My favorite classroom project was in science class when we went outside just for fun. We weren't learning anything about it, but we did Coke and Mentos, and we had a really good time when we did that.
My favorite classroom project was probably the sock puppet performance we had to do with our group in Miss Keith's classroom. It was really fun, and it was kind of a mess because we did the pyramid coming down, and the rubble went everywhere on the stage. We had to clean up after, but it was still really fun.
We have missed them so much. Hey, Anna, I have missed y'all. Come on out, you're good to go. Come on down, come on down. Are you excited? Have you missed me? Yeah, I have missed you.
We are building a theme park. This is the final day of us with our theme park. So today we will be getting grades on them. They will be judging us by rides and decoration, making sure we stick with our theme. And So we're just trying to build a theme park like an engineer would.
My favorite school memory would probably be choir. It has been great and I just love the community.
Playing with the soccer team definitely, and just hanging out with people at practice.
This year, I like spending time with my friends and my teachers.
My favorite project would probably be the spirit animal project that we did in art. And it's basically where you take a test and you find your spirit animal and then you do a beautiful painting of it.
My favorite classroom project or activity would be in STEM when we were able to make like a robot that was human powered.
My favorite project was Schubert floats.
My favorite memory in extracurricular activities would probably be Fame Junior, the musical that we did at Heritage.
Today in Heritage Middle School for Spanish, we're doing like a fashion show type thing.
We got to dress up as what we were going to do, me and my group. We went as a hikers. And then we just got to describe what we were doing and what we were wearing.
When I first walked past the library, I just saw like a runway and I was confused. But then when I came in here, it was funny because I walked in, sat down, then people started walking around doing like poses and different stuff. It was funny, I will say.
And so what I wanted to do was sort of make the project come alive by assigning each of the kids an invention that came out of ancient China.
And now we're using what we know about those inventions in class.
One of my favorite memories at Woodland is being in the band. Just like as a whole, it's so much fun. And this year, all the bands, it hasn't really happened yet, but we plan to get all the bands together to play the Mandalorian theme song outside. Can't wait for that.
My favorite school memory was probably at lunch. There were dance battles that would happen, and just hanging out with friends, just overall.
My favorite memory was performing my band and orchestra songs in concert.
One of my favorite projects we've done is I always look forward to reading a novel that our textbook brings, and we did like a mind map thing where we explained different parts of the story, like a plot or characters.
My favorite classroom project from this year was the Roll of Thunder Body Biography project. A body biography is when you pick a character from a book and you draw them and you write a few paragraphs about the character.
My favorite classroom project would have been in social studies at the beginning of the year when we were still online, and me and my friend got to do a project together on Zoom.
My favorite memory from this year is coming back to school after a long break and seeing all my friends.
My favorite extracurricular thing was being in theater, because even though we haven't been able to do much, it's been fun to just like get together and do something.
This one is really the only one that you can do to show cellular respiration happening, so they can really get a visual.
We get to see how like carbon dioxide is being released.
I like being able to see the stuff because sometimes, you know, when you're just learning about it and it's on paper, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, but then when you can finally see it in person, it makes sense.
He keeps me calm. He reminds me that there's more to life than just a football game.
Be like Gavin, always being happy and cheerful, don't bring down nobody.
He's just kind of a part of the team now.
I think that my favorite school memory from this year was getting to go on a field trip. It was an online field trip over Zoom, but to Model United Nations. Actually, it was a really good experience because I learned about how United Nations works in real life and how, if I wanted to, I could become someone to represent the country in the actual United Nations.
Since I'm new to Spring Station, it was nice meeting new people.
When we were outside one time, and I actually ended up getting 3 touchdowns in recess.
I think I really liked doing Peter Pan when I was in 6th grade. That was a lot of fun because it had been a while since I had done any musical theater, and I was really nervous about it, and I didn't really have that big of a part, but it was really fun because I just got introduced to a completely new crowd of people, and it was just a really fun experience.
My favorite memory was probably playing basketball on the 6th grade basketball team.
Well, I like to play soccer, and I like to win games, which is really fun.
My favorite classroom project was probably in science when we did a invasive species project.
I would say that my favorite classroom project was when we did an escape game in ELA because I love doing escape games, but it was a way to show our knowledge of the things that we had been learning in class, and it was just a fun way to spend time with friends and learn more about ELA.
Outside simulations of Battle of the Hastings.
We had 4 suspects and we were trying to identify the one who killed the person. It ended up being Cruella de Vil. It was really fun and I would love to do it again.
It's fun, you get to experiment with different things.
The concept of being able to build something that can work autonomously or by remote, and just the process of going through it I found interesting.
My favorite school memory was probably when me and my friends were at lunch and we just did a bunch of funny stuff, and even though it's short, it's still a great time to spend with them and share stories and just have fun.
This year has been really interesting with the pandemic and everything, with being quarantined, getting like all these like protocols with COVID, and it's just been really different. It's also been a really great year because I've been able to meet lots of good friends, and I've also been able to learn lots of new things. Like in geometry, I'm learning how to use a compass and protractor and create cool shapes and designs.
One of my favorite things about this year was when all my teachers got super creative with the in-class activities. For example, my social studies teacher let us play Monopoly as multiple classes, and I really enjoyed that. I also had a lot of fun as being part of the swim club, and I got to go to meets and cheer on my friends and just be a supportive teammate.
My favorite project from this year was the 8th grade social studies American Revolution one-pager. It was from Mr. Cummings, and it was very fun because it was a group project and also a competition between all of the class periods.
One of my favorite projects this year is either the family tree in social studies, where you get to learn about your family history, which is pretty fun, or one of the science labs, especially the electromagnetic one. I'm a big science nerd. And then one of my favorite after-school activities was probably practicing for the band concert, which was super fun. And I'm so glad we got to have it during this pandemic.
I'm so excited that there's kids here. Oh my gosh, I love that mask. You win the mask contest today. Are you more ready or is he more ready?
I don't care if he's ready or not.
He's getting out of the car.
My favorite memory from this year would be the Beta Club field trip to the high school, and I really enjoyed that because I got to hang out with some friends and see how the high school really worked. My favorite classroom project was the body systems 6-foot person drawing, and my favorite extracurricular was doing track and soccer this year with my friends.
My favorite activity was doing the band concert at the high school. My favorite extracurricular activity outside of school was running cross country with my friends.
My favorite extracurricular activity from this year would be track and dance. For dance team, I got to hang out with my friends, but also get to perform in front of our school. And for track, it was my first year, and I got to compete in the 100-meter hurdles.
When you're on Adams, you have a very special routine.
My favorite school memory is probably in Miss Sight's class. Just the jokes and the fun we did and the work was easy.
I really enjoyed physical activity, hanging out with all my friends.
My favorite project from this year was in Coach Sean's class because we did a planning vacation for him and his family, which was very fun.
I liked writing my performance-based essay in ELA about my best friend's adopted brothers.
The Matilda Junior play, I was microphones, and it was just very fun, and just after school, it was very fun.
I had a lot of fun cheering at football games for cheer.
We've got students competing in challenging technology issues, essays on technology. We've done promotional marketing and cybersecurity. It's really a unique opportunity for middle school students to build their 21st century skills in kind of a fun and competitive environment.
My favorite memory was coming back to the building in September and being able to see all my friends and getting new classes and getting into the new building. My favorite school memory would be when we got back from COVID. We had a pep rally for the football team, and it was really fun. My favorite project was in multimedia, where we were able to make videos and film them with our friends.
My favorite classroom project this year was reading. I like working hard and reading new books.
Right now in Ms. Johnson's homeroom, we're doing a finance project where we choose a job that we want in the future and then a house and a car. I joined student council this year, and I could lead a group of my friends in recycling and helping out the school with that. I really like in Ms. Sher's jazz band, we had a concert in the winter.
My favorite after-school activity was cheerleading. It was fun to be a captain and hang out with my friends and being a flyer.
You know, our 7th and 8th graders feel like they're coming home because this is home to them.
But what's really cool is the 6th graders, this is their second day of their home because this will be their family for the next 3 years. Are you excited? Have a great first day. You got a carload here.
Oh yeah.
You're all good. You doing good? Here.
Is it excitement?
Excitement's a good thing.
This year in Spanish, we did a project where we had to film our own newscast. Me and my friends filmed a really awesome weather forecast, and it was really funny, and I really recommend coming to Mill Creek Middle School for 6th, 7th, and 8th. We have awesome teachers and an awesome library.
My favorite extracurricular activity we did this year was when the strings class and the band class went over to Nolensville Elementary to play for the 5th graders there. We were trying to recruit new members to join the band of the orchestra, and we all had a blast. It was really fun.
My favorite thing from this year was being able to perform in Matilda Junior. I really loved it because it felt like I was part of a big family that understands me because they randomly break into song, and it's awesome.
Today is the Veterans Day of 2020, so we are all out here to support our veterans and all the people who have been serving for our country, and we will have cars and fellows come down here, and we are all gathered on the curb to wave and say hi to them. USA!
Throughout the week, students have been writing positive, uplifting notes.
We let students take down notes that they needed, be it for their own influence or someone else's influence that they need, just to help once again spread the hope.
My favorite classroom activity and project, I would say, is a science project that we did. It was, I'm trying to remember the name of the bird. It was a natural selection project. It was, I believe the bird was geekweasel. I believe that's what they were called. And we had to find differences in them. And our science teacher would say something would happen in the environment, and these geekweasels would survive, and then you had to flip a coin. If you got heads, you lived. If you got tails, you died. So that was a fun experience for me.
Welcome to the ribbon cutting celebration of the Sunset Middle Performing Arts Center.
We were just doing an express session. It was a STEM challenge, and we were trying to build the tallest tower that could hold a marshmallow. Oh yeah!
We had to use teamwork and our brain to think about how to balance a marshmallow on top of a tower.
My favorite memory of this year is getting to see my friends and not being on Zoom all year.
My favorite project this year is for social studies. We got to build a ship for the Age of Exploration project.
My favorite memories of being in middle school is just hanging out with my friends at lunch, and I also really liked doing the orchestra performances for the school, and they were awesome.
My favorite memory of the year was performing in the Odyssey play.
My favorite project was in Miss Cassick's science class when we had to make a hot air balloon out of tissue paper, and me and my partner made a gift box, and we released it outside.
I've always kind of been interested in different languages, and sign language is unique, very unique, and I did not know it was something that could be used in everyday life, something that could be used at any time.
My favorite memory was going to volleyball games this year.
My favorite memory with Legacy was in science when Mr. Blumig handed us posters if we did good in school. He gave me one for free, and I thought it was really cool.
My favorite classroom project would probably be the Zen tangles that we did in art.
My favorite extracurricular activity was when I first joined track. I got to see all my friends there, and I got to do a sprint. I beat my PR several times, and it was really fun working with my friends.
My favorite extracurricular was volleyball.
My favorite memory overall was definitely getting to be a part of the football team this year. It was fun just to be able to grow as a football player and as a person. And my favorite classroom project was definitely writing a rap song in Mr. Howard's class.
Today I'm rapping about Andrew Jackson, so I had to rap it with a passion. Andrew Jackson saw the whole image, won the nation bout, special privilege.